So you just pay attention to yourself lying on the floor, the way that you're making contact with the floor. Just notice how your back is on the floor. Just pay attention. You just notice the way your heels are lying on the floor, the back of your hips, the back of your shoulders, right shoulder, left shoulder.
Larry, do you hear me?
Yes. You need to mute it.
I don't hear you.
You don't hear me. Anybody else hearing me? Okay, everybody's hearing me. Something you're doing, Bernice. Leah to the rescue.
I don't hear sound.
Yeah, you got to turn it on. Turn it on your computer, there's sounds. Increase the volume on your computer.
Her audio may be off also. She might not have put the audio on the Zoom.
Can you hear me? Bernice? No, she can't hear. All right, we need to. You see that? Okay, we need to move on. Notice how you're lying on the floor. Come on, guys. Pay attention to the way that your back is making contact with the floor. Notice the back of your heels, the back of your hips, the back of your shoulders on the floor. The back of your arms, your right arm, your left arm, your right elbow, your left elbow, paying attention. So last time I talked a little bit about what's important, meaning general importance or incidental importance, and the difference between the importance. And for most people, the ability to differentiate the incidental from the general is not recognized. For most people, they work on the incidental level. What do I mean by that? Well, it's called awareness through movement. But most people work on improving the movement through awareness. So you might say that it's movement through awareness for most people. And Feldenkrais is very, very clear about this, that it's awareness through the movement. So it's not so much that the movement gets better, it's that the awareness gets better, the awareness gets deeper, so to say. And in general importance, meaning what is most important is what we feel and experience most deeply, right? So if I'm just interested in the incidental, then every time I do a movement with myself, I'm paying attention to the movement. If I'm interested in the general, I'm paying attention to myself and my awareness of myself as I'm moving?
I don't hear.
Bernice, I can't do anything about that. So you can listen to it later. You know, I can't do anything. So now, when you have a general improvement, so here, I'll give you an example. This is incidental improvement. Oh, I have whatever. I have a bad left knee, let's say. And I do the movement and my left knee feels better. Therefore, because my left knee feels better, I feel better, right? That's incidental. Doesn't last, it goes away. So you got to go back and do it all over again, right? The incidental. When you work with the general, it's not that your left knee gets better, it's that you get better. And when you get better, guess what? Your left knee feels better. It's a very different perspective, and it has to be learned, and it takes time and awareness to do it. So it's the awareness through movement. So as you're moving, it's the awareness of you, what you're doing, how you're doing yourself, right? Good. So nice and easy. Bring your right hand, your right arm up above you on the floor, up above your head. Put the back of the hand on the floor. And as much as you can, let the arm be straight. Now, what that means for most of you is that your elbow won't touch. For some of you, you put the whole arm on the floor, but it's bent. For some, it's more important to have it kind of straight and just the back of the hand on the floor. And if you need to put something under the arm, do it, because it's going to help you throughout the lesson, right? So the arm is straight up above you, the back of the hand's on the floor, right? Now, put your left arm down, or organized down toward your feet, back of the hand on the floor, back of the hand on the floor. And now begin to distance your left hand from your right hand. So the left hand goes down as the right hand goes up. Now, are you paying attention to the movement, or are you paying attention to what you're feeling and how you're doing yourself? Take your time. So as you move the arms apart, do not let the head move. Just keep the head easy. So you're distancing the right hand from the right arm's going up, the right hand's going up, the left arm's going down, right? And you feel what happens in your shoulder blades. Pay attention to your shoulder blades. So rather than paying attention to how far you can move, how much you can move, pay attention to moving very, very small, very easy, very light, and pay attention to your shoulder blades. Right? Stand your right foot, please. Stand your right foot. And begin to press very gently the right foot on the floor, very gently, and distance the arms. And what does that little pressing of the foot do? Just notice if something happens different in your right shoulder blade, your right arm. Just easy. Just easy. Very small. Just paying attention to yourself, your awareness as you're moving. Right? What are you aware of? What are you thinking of? What are you feeling? Can you feel your shoulder blades? Can you feel one side of your chest does something different than the other side? Can you feel maybe something's happening in your one hip different than the other hip? Nice and easy. Just press the floor, easy with the foot, and distance the arms, easy. Good. Let that go. Bring the leg down. Now bring your right arm in toward your chest to bring it down. And then rest. And just let the leg come down. Just notice how you lie on the floor, the way that you're sensing, right? What feels different? Not just in the shoulder, but what feels different in the arm, what feels different in your hip, your right side of your face. So what the question then becomes, right, for everyone, you know so well how to pay attention to the incidental. The question then becomes, how do I pay attention to the general, right? That's what the real question is. Well, you're doing it. It takes learning to pay attention to the general. We are taught, academically speaking, on the incidental levels the instant gratification, the doing things to feel good, making yourself feel good. Well, general is more neutral. It doesn't care about how you feel about yourself, see? It cares about you, which is very different. So bring your left arm up over your head there, let the back of the hand on the floor, the right arm long down your side, back of the hand on the floor. Stand your left foot and begin to very gently begin to do the same thing. Lengthen the distance to two arms from each other, and then do it a few times, and then do it a few times, and then begin to press with your left foot a little, not to lift the hip up in the sky, but to push the hip up toward your shoulder so that the shoulder starts. What happens, in other words, when you start to use the foot? What do you feel happening in your shoulder blade? What do you feel happening in your right arm? What do you feel happening in your chest, in your back? Keep your head straight to the ceiling, right? And for some of you, the feeling might be one of not much happening, not much movement going on, right? So take your time and pay attention to what your body is feeling and telling you as you, it's called awareness through movement. You take the movement to bring more awareness. You don't use awareness to improve the movement. As awareness improves, the movement improves. That's the general sense. Always works, by the way. Easy, easy, just easy. Just easy with yourself. Just easy. Just easy. Easy, just easy. And again, feel the shoulder blades, the right arm lengthening down, the left arm lengthening up. Feel what happens in your chest, your back, your head stays straight to the ceiling, easy. Good. Let that go. Bring the leg down, bring the arm in towards your chest, bring it down on the floor, and feel how you lie on the floor. Just notice both the shoulder blades on the floor, both of your hips, your heels, your shoulder, the backs of your heels might feel different. Now, that's interesting because this is the general getting better, right? The back of your lower legs might seem more on the floor. The back of your hips, the back of your hands, the back of your head, all of these are a whole reaction, right? When you work on the incidental improvement, you're working on particular. And Feldenkrais said that if you don't know how to bring the particular to the general or the general to the particular, everything you learn dies with that lesson. That's what he said. It's not about repeating the lessons so you get the feeling you're looking for. It's about generalizing yourself more and more and more so you don't need to repeat a lesson. Right? Good. Now, nice and easy now. Stand your feet and extend your left arm up above your head again, back of the hand on the floor, easy. Back of the hand on the floor, easy. Now, cross your right leg over the left leg. Some of you could put the whole knee over like you're sitting, and some of you just put part of the leg. Good. Right, good. Now, very, very gently, begin to let both of the knees, small, easy, but both of the knees sink to the right. Easy, just sink to the right, right? Easy. And now as you do that, what happens, can you feel how the pressure on your left shoulder blade increases? Meaning, the pressure on your left shoulder blade pulls away from the floor. It's less. The pressure. Bernice. Bernice, you need to mute, Bernice. We're listening to your phone call.
Soothing.
She can't hear you. Tell her.
Well, I have.
Can't hear you. Can you mute her? You should be able to mute her from where you are.
She muted it. She did it. She did it.
Okay.
Okay, so now, just easy. Let both the knees go over to the right and feel how your left shoulder blade, the pressure comes out of your left shoulder blade a little. It comes a little away from the floor, right? Nice and easy. Nice and easy. And pay attention to what you feel in your left arm as you do this. What does the left arm do? Just easy. What does the left arm do? Pay attention to the ramifications of going over to the right with your knees like this. How does that translate into your left arm, your left shoulder? Good. Uncross your feet and cross them uncross your legs and cross them the other way. Cross them the other way. And now let both of your knees go to the left and feel what's different in your left shoulder blade. It presses into the floor. But also something happens with your left arm. Notice how when the left shoulder blade gets pressed into the floor, your left arm gets pushed into the floor a little. And for some of you, you'll feel that your left arm starts to lengthen. Take your time. You don't make it lengthen. You feel it very gently, very easy. Right? Just go slow, soft, easy. It's not about how far you can go, how many times you can go. It's about paying attention as the knees go over to the left. What happens up your arm? And when you come back, rest for a beat before you do another one. Because if you don't, your awareness doesn't change. If you can't give yourself room to have awareness, it's just going to go on. You're just going to run on with your awareness. So your awareness needs to take in differences. Stay with this. Come on. Stay with this. Easy, easy. Now, do this movement in such a way that you begin to lift your right shoulder blade from the floor. Easy. When you start to go over, start to lift your right shoulder, let your head start to turn toward your arm. Now, cheat a little. Remember last time? That's right. Use your press your right elbow into the floor to lift the shoulder blade. Remember that? Yeah. And you go over a little bit more, right? Easy, easy. Start to feel what your left arm does. Just go easy. Just go slow. Let your head turn toward the arm. Nice and easy with yourself. Nice and easy. Make it small, light. Really start to improve the general. The smaller you do, the less you do, the slower you do, the more you use awareness as you're moving to feel what's happening in your chest. Feel what's stopping you from going right, from your head going right up onto your left arm. Just feel that as you go out. Don't try and go anywhere. Just feel something doesn't translate all the way. Good. So, good. Now, take your palm of your right hand and just rest it on your chest somewhere across you. Palm of your right hand. Just rest it. And now do the same movement and just think of reaching with your right hand toward the floor and see what happens. Let the right hand be, the elbow's got to be off the floor. It's got to be all the way across your chest. Resting on the left. Right. Now just feel what's different when you do that now. Right? You're getting closer. And let your left hand turn towards the floor as you do that. See if you can find that. No. Go toward the floor that way when you're turning. The left hand goes toward the floor. No, the other way, Dwayne. That's right. You're going to break your arm going that way. The left hand goes toward the floor, right? That's how you're going to get your head up on your left arm. The left hand goes toward the floor. Just easy. You turn your palm toward the floor as you go over. That's right. You don't have to get there. What you need to do is stay with yourself and just feel what got easier in your chest with the hands like this. Now come back and put the right arm back on the floor again and do the same movement. Straight down, the right arm is down. Do the same move. What improved, and let the arm, if you can, the left hand, some of you, your left arm is too far out. Your left arm needs to be above your head. That's right. And then do the movement. And now do the movement. That's right. And then just see what's different. Good. Let it go. Bring your arms down, bring your legs down, and you rest. Yeah. You don't need to keep trying to succeed. That's incidental improvement. That's the way we learned in school. You don't need to keep trying to succeed. When I was in high school, and I was taking algebra, I couldn't stay with it because I understood everything the teacher was trying to teach. And he said to me one day, you seem so not here in class. And I said, because I get it. I just intuitively understood algebra. So the same guy taught geometry, and he said, all right, come into the geometry class and see if you could stay with that. And I went into geometry, and it was fine. But I did not need to learn algebra. I just knew it. It just made sense. And your body is like that. Your body knows much more so than you recognize. Just feel how you lie on the floor now. Just feel how you lie on the floor. Notice the way your back is making contact. Stand your feet, put the right arm up above you on the floor, please. Cross your left leg over your right. Easy. Right, easy. Let both of your knees gently. So what you want to sense here is as the knees go to the left toward the floor, what do you feel in the right shoulder blade? What do you feel in the right arm? That's more important than whatever you think you should be doing with your knees, right? You just go to the side, easy, and feel what happens in your right shoulder blade. Just easy. There's nowhere to get to. There's no way to go. You have to allow something to happen. I love this pandemic in the sense that we're all stuck somewhere and we have to make the best of it, right? At least there's nowhere to go. You can't get on a plane. You can't run away right now. You gotta be with yourself, right? It's a great learning experience, right? But a lot of people are just running around like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to find something to do. Well, you could get on the floor and do this anytime you want. Easy, easy. And you can use your awareness with whatever you're doing in your life. It's not about the movement, right? It's about what you're aware of doing. So as you're going over, just start to feel what happens in the the right side of your chest, your right shoulder, your right arm. Good. Now change the legs. Uncross them and cross the right over the left. And then let both the knees go to the right. And feel what's different when this happens. Feel what's different in your right shoulder blade. Keep your head on the floor. Feel what's different. Easy. And easy. What's different in your right shoulder blade? Easy. Now let your head start to turn toward your right arm. And notice your left shoulder blade starts to come off the floor a little. And you can help it with the arm if you want, or maybe you don't have to. And let your head turn a little more. And let the right arm begin to turn in such a way that the palm goes toward the floor. Listen, not that you need to get there. Some of you think that this is what you know. You don't. As a matter of fact, if you get there, you're doing the incidental and it'll be lost as soon as the lesson is over. Right? Take your time. What is most important is what is most deeply felt. And to feel deeply, you have to use awareness. People who don't have awareness and feel deeply are frightened by their feelings. So when they go too high, they're scattered all over the place. And when they go too low, they're in fear for their lives, right? Take your time. Take your time. Go slow. So now, take that left hand and drape it across your torso there and begin to do the same movement. And as you go over, just think of putting the palm of the left hand on the floor. And what does that do to the movement? Just think of it. Don't do it. Just think of it. And notice if your head changes, if the left shoulder comes up more, and start to rotate your right arm a little. Easy, easy. Go slow. Go easy. Go slow. Yeah. It's not about getting there. If you're trying to get there, you're pushing yourself. You're making effort. Leave all of that alone. You don't need it. It's not going to improve your general good. When you just improve the incidental, you have to keep going back to it day after day after day, day after day after day. And then people get into these routines where they have to do these 49,000 things every day to feel good. And by the end of the day, they're exhausted from doing all these things that make them feel good. All right. Good. Now, come back, bring everything down and rest. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Get rest. Bring everything down and rest. Feel how you lie on the floor. What's different? What's different? What's different about your shoulder blades? And hopefully you didn't try hard. You didn't make yourself get anywhere. But notice where your body got to, in the sense of feeling your shoulders, your arms, your hips, the back of your ribs on the floor, the middle of your back, the back of your legs, the back of your heels, the back of your head on the floor. That's total general improvement. And I have to say, if everything starts to get lower to the floor and you feel better, and all those little aches and pains that you have will improve a little with you, right? Easy, easy, easy. Notice how you're breathing right now. What changed in your breathing? Now, stand your feet. Bring your left arm up over your head. Cross your right leg over your left leg. I'm sorry. Yes, your right leg over your left leg. No, your left leg over your right leg. Sorry, make a mistake. We all make mistakes. And now, left arm long. Just let both your legs go to the left and let your head turn. Just see what it's like. Remember what you did at the beginning? Just see what it's like. Just feel what it's like. Something feel a little easier, not in terms of distance, or just the sense of turning. And can you listen to your shoulder blades? Can you sense one shoulder blade's moving differently than the other? Good. Yeah, feel that. Get a sense of that. Just a sense of ease, general ease. General ease, there's that word. General importance. Change your legs, change your arm. That's right. Do the other side. And just get a feeling of general ease going now. Easy. Just feel what seems different, something a little easy. Now, you can tell, right? One side, it's easier. Pay attention to that. One side, there's more interruption, meaning there's more, something's getting in the way on one side, right? Feel if you could sense, is this that side or was the other side less interrupted? Notice for yourself. And then go to the side where you feel it's better and just do it a couple of times. Just go to the side where, if it's this side, the other side, just feel what sense do you feel better about, right? Something moves easier, your chest, your shoulders, your head, whatever. And then go to the other side and see what's different. Don't try and make them the same. Just pay attention to what's different. And your nervous system will start on a general level to do that work. But you have to feel if you just try to make them the same, that's incidental importance, incidental improvement, and you'll lose it as soon as the lesson's over. But if you stay with the difference, good. Let it go. Straighten your legs and you rest on your back. And you feel what's different in your shoulders, your back, the way you're lying on the floor, the general sense of lying on the floor. Do you seem longer? Do you seem more at ease on the floor? Certain parts of your back, your chest, your shoulders, your hips feel more on the floor, the back of your legs, your heels. General improvement. General improvement. And that comes from awareness. That comes from awareness. If you use the movement, right? If you use your awareness to improve the movement, you're doing it backwards. You inverted what Moshe intended. You don't do the awareness to improve the movement. It's called awareness through movement. You do the awareness with the movement to improve your awareness. I don't know anybody who gets smarter by just making their muscles do what they want or developing muscles. I don't know anybody who gets smarter in that way. I think it's just the opposite. All right. And they think they have total control of themselves. And then when they don't have total control, everything falls to pieces. All right. Panic. I've lost it. Yeah. So, nice and easy now. Bring your feet to standing. Extend your left arm up above you on the floor, easy. Now, just very easy. Bring your right foot, the sole of your foot, up toward the ceiling, straight up in the air. Your right leg, straight up in the air. As much as you can, straighten it up in the air, your right leg. And now just bring your right leg, keeping the left leg standing, keeping your head on the floor. Just bring your right leg a few times, small, over to the left. Just bring the whole leg over to the left. That's right, and the right hip comes off the floor. And then come back easy. And feel what happens in your left shoulder blade when you do that. Try to keep your left knee standing. Right? Just go over there, nice and easy, just easy. Soft, small movement, not how much you can go. Just easy. Good. Now the next time your leg goes over there, let your right leg cross over on your left. Just let it cross. Great. Good. Now bring your knees over to the left. Let your head go up on your arm. Easy, as much as you... No, don't put your head on your arm. Leave your head back. Sorry. Just let your knees go over to the left and stay there. Now, in that position, straighten your right leg right out to the side like you were just doing. Right leg straight out to the side. And now move it in an arc up toward your left shoulder and down. Your right leg is in front of you, not behind you. Your right leg. You're over to the left. And now bring your left knee toward the floor. No, bring the whole, easy. Everything goes over to the left. That's right. And now let the right leg, keeping it straight, up and down. A little arc. You bring the right up toward you. That's it. Easy. Just what's easy. Make it real small. Yeah, if you start cramping, you're working too hard. If you start cramping, you're making yourself do something you're not able to do. You're pushing. Stop doing that to yourself. Make it smaller. Make it lighter. You don't have to keep the leg totally straight, but the leg could be closer to the floor. Not up in the air so much. Easy. Good. Bring that back. Come back standing on your feet. Keep your left arm up there. Stand on your feet. Keep your left arm up there. Bring your left knee over the right knee. Go over to the left. Over to the right, sorry. Over to the right. Go over to the right. Easy. Stay there. Soft. Stay there now. Now, straighten your left leg. No, that's straighten your left leg straight out from you, out to the side, and now bring the leg up and down. In an arc, move it towards your shoulder, back towards your feet, towards your shoulder, back, there you go. Notice if it's easier this way. Take your time. Take your time. Easy, easy, easy. Feel what's happening in your left arm, your left shoulder blade, right? Take your time. Good. Bring everything back, stand your feet. All right. Straighten your legs, bring your arm down and rest. And just feel your back on the floor now. What do you notice about your back on the floor? Stand your feet, bring your right arm up above you, bring your left foot up toward the ceiling, straighten the leg as much as you can, and just let it go over to the right now. It doesn't have to go to the floor, just feeling it go over to the right. The leg is up in the air. Yeah, and then come back, easy, smaller, smaller, smaller. You don't have to go, it doesn't have to cross over your right leg. It's just a question of keeping it fairly straight and going. And now, good. Now let everything come, let it cross your right leg and go over now and let the leg rest now. No, let the leg rest. Let the left leg rest. Let it rest. And now go over to the right. Go over to the right. Let your head stay there and stay there now. And now straighten the left leg out to the side. And then bring the left foot up towards you. So you make an arc with your leg, your foot, going up toward your left shoulder, right shoulder and down, up toward the small. Keep yourself, feel what's happening in your shoulder blades. The whole thing is about shoulder blades, right? So take your time, make small, easy movements. Don't try and do gymnastics here or yoga or whatever, Pilates, any of that. You know, just small, easy. Get into being, what are you aware of as you're moving? Are you aware of getting it right? You're in the wrong place in your head. Feel what's going on. Feel what's going on. Your shoulders, your arms. Good. Come back. Stand your feet. Bring everything down and rest again. And please pay attention to the way you're making contact with yourself on the floor. What's different? What's different about the back of your shoulders, the back of your arms, your hands, back of your head, your hips, your legs, your knees, your ankles, your feet, your toes? What's going on? Your fingers, your ears. What's different about your feeling in your ears? The whole of the self responds. That's the general good, the general import. What's important means import, means to bring something in. And what's most important is what is brought most deeply in, right? Right? Stand your left foot, bring your right arm up, straight up above you on the floor, the right arm, back of the hand on the floor. Mm-hmm. Now, let the left arm be the back of the hand on the floor going down towards your feet. And now, once again, begin to extend your right arm up and your left arm down. What we did at the beginning, nice and easy. And now, this time, use the foot if you need to a little. As you're doing that, as you're extending, turn your head in such a way to look at your right hand as you do this. Turn your head. So, that's right. You got to bring the back of your head toward your left shoulder, right? Feel what that does to your shoulder blades. Easy. Turn your head as if you're going to look at your right arm on the floor. The right arm is on the floor. The right arm is on the floor above your head. You turn your head to look at your right hand. Your right hand, as you extend the arms. That's it, easy. As the left arm goes down, the right arm goes up. You turn your head to look. There you go. And you start to feel your shoulder blades moving easy. Just easy. Turn your head to look at that. And the back of the head goes back a little. That's right. So what happens when the back of your head goes back? What happens to your right shoulder blade? What happens to your left shoulder blade? What happens to your left hip? Feel what's going on here. Good. Now, keep doing the same movement, but look at your left hand as you do the movement. Look at your left hand. What changes, right? Easy. And again, you're extending the arms and you turn to look at your left hand. Easy. Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. The left arm's lengthening down and you turn your head to look at the left hand. So your head's got to look down. Your head's got to look, your eyes got to look down toward the left hand going down. So you do something very different with your shoulder blade now. Pay attention to your shoulder blade, right? Right, as you're doing this movement, right? What's different? So now, one time, do the movement and look at the right hand, and one time do the movement and look at the left hand, and feel what's different in your shoulders. What happens in your shoulder blades that's different? One time look at the right hand, you bring the head back. One time turn and look at the left hand. Right, easy. So you bring the head back when you look at the right hand, and you bring the head a little forward and down when you look at the left hand, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, you got another way of doing it? Fine. Easy, easy. There you go. And you start to feel what's happening in your shoulders, right? Easy. Good. Let it go. Bring everything down, slowly rest. What's different? Where's you feeling the difference now? One side of your, feel your shoulders, your hips, your arms, the back of your heels, your legs, back of your head, back of your hands. What's different about your breathing? As your awareness deepens, the movement improves, your breathing gets deeper. This is not linear thinking. This is very complex, dynamical way of using yourself. Unfortunately, it's not what we're used to. But the world is only getting more and more complex, that's for sure. Okay, so now, stand your right foot and bring your left arm up above your head. Yes, yes. I got to say something here because some of you, I remember coming to class and you would always complain to me that, you know, it was kind of cold in class. And I would say, it's not that it's just cold, you're getting more relaxed. And as you relax more, you feel the cold more. Heat comes from contraction. So some of you are home in your house and you're feeling chilly. Yes, because you're relaxing more. So I got to say, tough. You can't have it both ways, right? Unless you want to put the heat up to 100. I don't know. You'll still be more chilly on the floor because the hot air does what? It rises. Good. So now, same movement now. Extend the left arm up, the right arm down, and begin to turn your head to look at your left hand. And see if you can bring the back of the head, that's right, bring the back of the head toward the right shoulder. So the back of the head goes toward the right shoulder. There you go. That's right. Easy. So you get it. And now listen, pay attention if you're paying attention to stretching. Please do not stretch. Let it happen to you. Right? Stretching, again, we don't want to be doing, that's incidental. The import here is feeling how to do it easy, lightly, smoothly, without pulling and stretching. Let the arms be empty, easy. Let the torso turn, the head turn, and that's going to push the arm up and push the other arm down, easy, easy. And you will feel the arms, the back of the shoulder blades on one side gets closer to the floor, easy. Good. Now, do the same thing, but turn the head toward the left arm that you're going down with, and let the head turn toward the arm and look down at the left hand, easy. Let the head turn toward the left arm, look down at the left hand as you're lengthening the turn toward the right arm, turn toward the right arm, lengthen the left arm up, turn toward the right arm, look at it, left arm is down on the floor, just turn easy. Listen, make it smaller and smaller if it's difficult. Make it smaller and smaller. That's what awareness does. Awareness says, I'm moving too much. I need to do small. That's how awareness learns through movement. I need to be smoother. I need to be lighter. I need to stop pressuring myself, right? I need not to be good, not to do it well or right, just to let myself feel myself and what I'm doing. Good. Now, begin to alternate. One time, look up at the left hand as you turn to the left and the right arm's lengthening down, and then look to the right hand as the left arm is lengthening up and the right hand. Yeah, easy. And feel what happens in your shoulder blades, right? What happens in your shoulder blades. Yeah. Notice what happens in your chest, in your rib cage as you make different turns with yourself. Feel that. Where can you allow more freedom, movement in there? Good. Easy. Good. Good. Let it go. Bring everything down. We'll rest again. Notice your breathing. So this next one has a degree of difficulty for everyone. Bring your right leg to standing. Put the palm of your left hand on the floor above your head there. Some of you might be able to straighten, most of you won't be able to straighten the arm. Just put the palm on that's right. That's right. So the arm won't straighten, right? You'd really have to have a very, very loose. So now, begin to lengthen your left arm up, your right arm down as you turn to look at your left hand. Easy. Take your time. Make it small, easy, slow. Take your time. That's right. You're turning to look at your left hand is over your head. Your right arm is down your side. And you're turning to the right arm and you're turning to look at your left hand. That's right. Easy, easy. Stay in touch with the general. What do you feel? Easy, right? Feel how, for some of you, having the palm on the floor is very difficult. Maybe you just have the tips of your fingers. Maybe you just have 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. Just go easy. And now turn your head to look at the right arm lengthening down, and at the same time lengthen the left arm up. Just feel what that's like in your shoulder blades. Wow. Yeah. Easy, easy, easy. Take your time. Pay attention to what you're doing. Be aware of how difficult it is for your left arm, and let it be easy, let it be light. Don't force it. Be aware of the general good you're doing yourself as you stop wanting to succeed or get it right or, get a star, whatever it's gonna happen. Good. So now begin to one time look at the left hand as you lengthen the left arm and the right arm down, and then begin to turn and look at the right hand as you lengthen the left arm up and the right arm down. Easy. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, really staying with ourselves here. Great. Take your time. 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 Good. Let it go. Bringing everything down slowly. Straighten your legs. Feel the back of yourself on the floor. Notice where you're sensing differences. Notice what's different about your shoulder blades, your arms, the back of your head, the small of your back, your spine, your hips, the backs of your legs. Some of you, your hamstrings, I can see, are much more on the floor, and you did no stretching. So where did that all come from? The lengthening of the back. Good. Stand your left foot, put your right palm of your right hand above you on the floor, let the left arm be long, and then you bend the elbow. Some of you might feel easier on this side, not as easy, and begin to lengthen your right arm up, your left arm down as you turn to look at your right hand. Easy. As you turn to look at your right hand. Easy. Easy. Just easy. Just easy. Stay in the realm of ease. Doesn't matter how much you move. Doesn't matter if you move at all. It's about your awareness, right? It's about your awareness. See if you could just turn the head to look at the hand and do nothing with the arm. Let the arm respond to you. What happens? Do you feel the inclination of the arm wanting to lengthen a little? What happens in the right shoulder blade? Yeah. Feel the arm want to lengthen, the inclination? And just let it do what it wants. Maybe it doesn't want to move. Maybe it gets pulled toward you rather than pushed away. You pay attention. The palm of the right hand on the floor. Easy. And now begin to turn your head to look at the lengthening of the left arm down. And notice when you do that, your head turns the arm like, what happens in the right arm, the right shoulder? Feel it. Feel it. Now begin to alternate. One time look at the left arm, one time look at the lengthening down, one time look at the right hand lengthening up, and just feel what that's like. Easy. Just easy with yourself. Yeah. Yeah, making it soft, light, easy, not pushing, not pulling, not stretching, not doing any of that stuff. Just good. Let it go. Bring everything down and rest again. Feel what's different about you. The sense of your shoulders, your backs of your shoulders, your arms, the back of your head, the length of yourself. What's different about your breathing. Stand both your feet, please, and bring the backs of your hands up above, both of them up above your head there, and just let them rest on the floor, easy, as much as you can. Just feel if they're straight or not. Just feel what it's like. And now lift your pelvis off the floor as you exhale. Lift your pelvis up in the air as high as you can. Just keep going up until you, and feel how your arms go back into the floor a little more as you lift the pelvis, right? Now, very gently, start to let the pelvis come down slowly until you feel the arms start to get pulled off the floor, and then go back up again. And then go back up again. Don't go all the way down. And just start to feel where in your spine is the rigidity. So you go up, you feel, and then you go back down, and you feel the arms start to get pulled away from the floor. Go up again. And just do that a number of times. Nice and easy. Just easy. You don't need to go far because there's nobody here that has the whole arm on the floor easily and straight. So take your time. Take your time. Now, go up as high as you can, and now come slowly all the way down. All the way down, vertebra by vertebra, and just feel what your arms do. Just let them do. Feel what your abdomen does. To get this, you have to have a really strong, your abdomen really has to know how to lengthen, not tighten. Your abdomen needs to know how to lengthen. Good. Bring both your arms in and down, straighten your legs and rest. Feel yourself on the floor, please. What's different about you lying on the floor? What's different about your breathing, the length of yourself? Good. What's different about you in general? You have to start somewhere, and you have to start looking at yourself in a different way. Not piecemeal, not bits and pieces of yourself. I have to strengthen my legs, my arm, my glutes, my ears, my nose, whatever people think they need to strengthen. That's not the answer. The strength of the body is in its wholeness, period. Stand both your feet. Slowly in your own time, roll to a side, come up to standing with yourself. Little by little, feel what's different as you feel yourself stand. What do you feel in your shoulder blades, your back? Notice how you stand on your feet. Just notice how you stand. Pay attention to yourself standing. What do you notice in standing? What feels different? What feels different? What feels different about your shoulder blades? Where are your scapula right now? Do you feel them back there? So nice and easy with ourselves here, nice and easy. Just bring your weight back into your heels now, and do it in such a way that you feel that the scapula are going back. Nice and easy. Just bring your weight back into your heels and feel your scapula go back a little. And now the front of the feet are very relaxed. You kind of go to the edge of the foot and back into the heel. Just feel that. And think of the scapula going back now. Think of the scapula going back, bringing the scapula back over your heel. And you'll see when you bring your scapula back over your heel, your tush comes back a little, your spine comes back a little. Now, just shift your weight to your right and go back into your right. Bring the right scapula back, right? And then come back. Bring the right scapula. Just stay on the right side. And then bring the right scapula back. And now turn. Rotate a little toward the middle and let your right scapula rotate. And then come back. And then come back to your midpoint again. Come all the way back. Go over to the right. Go back with your scapula to 6 o'clock. Bring your scapula to 5 o'clock. You turn. Your whole self turns to the middle. Come back to 6 o'clock. Come back forward. Go over to your left foot. Bring your left scapula back to 6 o'clock. Turn your scapula to 7 o'clock. Have there be a laser between your scapula and your heel. And then come back to 6 o'clock on the left. Come back to the middle. Go over to the right, on the back, stay back, go over to 6 o'clock, rotate the scapula a little, come back, go over to 6 o'clock on the left, rotate to 7 o'clock, easy, just between the arc, just make that arc between 5 o'clock on the right, 6 o'clock on the left, and then 7 o'clock. It's much smaller, Bernice, it's much smaller. It's much smaller. You're not using your awareness of your scapula over your heels. That's what's important here. That's awareness. You're just doing the movement's not going to mean anything. It's the awareness, and that's how you learn balance. Easy, easy, easy. Good. Come back to the middle. Feel yourself. What's different about standing now? please take a little walk with yourself. And as you walk, imagine your scapula going back. Just imagine they're going back. Just imagine as you walk around that your scapula